Stars series. If you know Marissa Meyer, you know that she made The London Chronicles, which was my favorite series way back in the day whenever it came out. I think it was in middle school. This is part of the Gilded series. I have the first book right here. The Gilded series. Look how pretty this cover is. This is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. So this is the first book. Like I said, the second book came out this year or late last year, I believe. It is called Cursed. I'm gonna read the Goodreads description because I'm very bad at explaining things. Before the endless moon, when the Earl King means to capture one of the seven gods and make it wish to return his lover, Berkshire, from the underworld, Serota and Guild attempt to break the curses that tether their spirits to Adelaide's haunted castle. But it soon becomes clear that the Earl King's hunger for vengeance won't be satisfied with a single wish, and his true intentions have the power to alter the mortal realm forever. Serota and Guild must try to thwart his wicked plans, all while solving the mystery of Guild's forgotten name, freeing the ghost kept in servitude to the Dark Ones, and trying to protect their unborn child. Romance, danger, and Serota's journey to find her power as a woman, a mother, and a storyteller make this reimagining of Rumpelstiltskin one that Meyer fans old and new will treasure. It sounds really good. I'm very excited to buy it. This is probably going to be the first read of March. I'm trying to finish another book up right now. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do that, but I'm probably going to read this in March. Second book, very popular book. It has a 4.46 on Goodreads, 4.46 stars on Goodreads. Let me correct myself. It is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oh my gosh, it has so many ratings. It has almost 2 million ratings, and it's that high. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good read. So it is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and basically it is about this reporter that gets hired by this Hollywood movie icon, Evelyn Hugo, who kind of tells her life and about her 7 husbands. And it says, near its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. Next up, we have the one and only Emily Henry. So Emily Henry is coming out with a book in 2023. It is called The Happy Place, or not The Happy Place, it's just called Happy Place. The cover is so cute. Let me show you. Look how cute it is. Oh my gosh. I love all things pink. 4.5 stars on Goodreads already. So let me tell you what it's about. A couple broke up months ago, make a pact to pretend to still be together for their annual week-long vacation with their best friends in this glittering and wise new novel from the #1 New York Times best-selling author Emily Henry. I love romance stories like this. It's about like fake date. Well, not really. I don't know. Is it classified as fake dating? They were dating and then they broke up. But I guess they're dating again. Whatever this trope is, I'm here for it. I love it. I love stuff like this. So I'm very excited to read it. Next up, we have a memoir. I'm pretty sure we all know what this is. This is Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died. This is Goodreads Choice winner of 2022. I'm pretty sure it won their memoir or nonfiction section, something like that. I've heard good things. Again, rating someone's life is a little bit weird, but based on the writing, people say that it's very good and it gives like an insight on her life, which obviously that's what a memoir is. So if you don't know, Jeanette McCurdy played Sam in iCarly, and she's kind of highlighting all the struggles and the things that she went through, not only with her mom, but with Dan Snyder. I'm pretty sure. I'm very interested in reading about her life and seeing how she prevailed and what she's doing now. Moving on, we have, what is this? So, okay, this is a part of another series. This is part of a Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. That is a tongue twister. It is called A Curse for True Love. Like I said, it is the third book in her series. Right now it has 4.87 stars, but only has like less than 500 ratings, so I don't really sure how accurate that really is. 2 villains, 1 girl, and a must venture to the magnificent north in search of her happy ending, and it seems as if she has it. She's married to a handsome prince and lives in a legendary castle, but Evangeline has no idea of the devastating price she's paid for this fairy tale. She doesn't know what she has lost, and her husband is determined to make sure she never finds out. But first, he must kill Jax, the Prince of Hearts. Blood will be shed, hearts will be stolen, and true love will be put to a test in a curse for true love. The breathlessly anticipated conclusion to the Once Upon a Heart trilogy. I didn't know it was going to become a trilogy. I honestly thought they were going to stretch this thing out. Hang on. So, we have this first thriller featured. So, Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. It has 4.19 stars. It was also a Goodreads Choice 2022 winner. So, a mystery about a woman working as a nanny for a young boy with strange and disturbing secrets. Fresh out of rehab, Mallory Quinn takes a job in the affluent suburb of Springbrook, New Jersey as a babysitter for Ted and Caroline Maxwell. She is to look after their 5-year-old son, Teddy. Mallory immediately loves this job. She lives in the Maxwell's pool house, goes out for nightly runs, and has the stability she craves. And she sincerely bonds with Teddy, a sweet, shy boy who's never without his sketchbook and pencil. His drawings are the usual fare, trees, rabbits, balloons. But one day he draws something different, a man in a forest dragging a woman's lifeless body. As the days pass, Teddy artworks become more and more sinister, and his stick figures steadily evolve into more detailed, complex, and lifelike sketches, well beyond the ability of any 5-year-old. Mallory begins to suspect these are glimpses of an unsolved murder from long ago, perhaps relayed by supernatural forces lingering in the forest beyond the Maxwell's home. With help from a handsome landscaper and an eccentric neighbor, Mallory sets out to decipher the images and save Teddy while coming to terms with the tragedy in her own past before it's too late. This sounds really good. Really, really good. I would like to read this in the month of March too. I want to read this ASAP. Okay, next book that I have is Ascension by Nicholas Binge. This is what the cover looks like. The plot is very different. I have not heard of a book. This plot is different to me. A mind-bending speculative thriller in which the sudden appearance of a mountain in the middle of the Pacific Ocean leads a group of scientists to a jaw-dropping revelations that challenge the notion of what it means to be human. I think this is a sci-fi book. I'm not really a sci-fi girl, but I could be. This will be the test. Probably won't read it in March. This might be an April read, but I want to see if I like the sci-fi thing. Next up, we have She Started It by Sean Gilbert, C.N. Gilbert, not really sure to pronounce it. It is She Started It. This is what the cover looks like. It gives tropical, it gives neon, it gives beachy vibes. I mean, I basically just kind of described the cover. It has 4.49 stars. Okay, let's see what the description says. She Started It is a hot, twisty summer debut thriller about a group of young women whose Caribbean bachelorette party takes a sinister turn. It's Lord of the Flies meets And Then There Were None, but with Instagram and too much Prosecco. The party of a lifetime is nothing like what they expected. Annabelle, Esther, Tanya, and Chloe are best friends, or were, as children. Despite drifting apart in adulthood, shared secrets have kept them bonded for better or worse, even as their childhood dreams haven't quite turned out as they hoped. Then one day they received a wholly unexpected but not entirely unwelcome invitation from one old friend. Poppy Kerr has invited them all to her extravagant bachelorette party. I'll leave it at that. Sounds good. It kind of sounds like those murder mystery where one dies and it's kind of like a whodunit. I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting from this book. The next book is one of my favorite shows, and it is on the Stars channel. It is Outlander. It is the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. I've is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Or is it Gillian? Gillian or Gillian Flynn. Also was made into a movie. It's also supposed to be very good. I've watched the movie. I really like it. But I would like to read the book because I like thrillers. I like mysteries. So I feel like I would like the book, and the book might have extra details that I maybe didn't catch into the movie. So Gone Girl has 4 stars on Goodreads. And it's basically about this man's wife that goes missing on their anniversary. That is the premise of the movie, and it goes on from there. Next up, we have my girl Sarah J. Maas. She came out with the Crescent series, the Crescent City series. It is House of Earth and Blood. It has 4.48 stars on Goodreads, and it was a Goodreads Choice winner of 2020. The only reason I didn't jump into this book is because it's like a little bit different. I think it has to do with like werewolves or something, something a little bit like outrageous. Like even for me, this was like a little bit too much. I was like, doesn't really like pique my interest. And usually, I love all of Sarah J. Maas's stuff. I love Throne of Glass and I love Akatar. So I was like, I feel like I need to read this. So it's a little bit of peer pressure. Me peer pressuring myself really to read this book. But I really want to read it. So, Crescent series begins with House of Earth and Blood, the story of half fae and half human Bryce Quinlan. I hate that name. Bryce Quinlan, as she seeks revenge in a contemporary fantasy world of magic, danger, and searing romance. Why did I think it was about werewolves? It's about fae. I don't know what's going on with this. I see like demons. I don't know what's going on in this book. Something about it like turned me off. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel. We'll come back at the end of the year and I'll give my thoughts on it. That's the last book on my iPad, but I have one more. This book was featured in another video. It is The Last House on Needless Street. I purchased this book last October 2022. It's supposed to be like a thriller. It was named one of the 50 best horror books of all time. Feels like a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like that's all that I needed to read. On the back of the description, I was like, 50 best horror. I'm there. I'm gonna pick it up. Haven't read it yet. Maybe this October. I really try to read all the books that I buy, so this is on my list. And that is the last book that I have that I want to really read this year. Really want to read this year. So, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that you guys maybe got a recommendation or two